Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I want to start by saying thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate you clicking on this video. Today's video will be about regulating your nervous system. In my previous video, we talked about identity shifting, and the one prior to that was about identity shedding. But before you can move on to the next step, which would be quantum leaping, you would have to regulate your nervous system. So when you're going throughout your journey, sometimes you forget that even though you have made it to a certain point, your body still remembers some of the trauma and some of the things that you've been through. And you do have to regulate your nervous system in order to make it to the next point in your journey, or else your body will continue to cause you to be triggered by certain things like sounds, certain things people say, certain things you see. And in order to help you to get past that, you will have to regulate your nervous system. So I've compiled some videos that explain what regulating your nervous system is and how to do it. So without further ado, let's get into the videos.
Quantum leaps require discomfort. So if you are not interested in feeling discomfort in your life, then you're not good for quantum leaping because stretching your nervous system is the way to quantum leaping, because you are telling your nervous system that you are someone else. When you put the nervous system in a different identity, it feels fucking uncomfortable, and this is where the nervous system is going to be alarming you, and you have to hold the discomfort until it stretches out so much, and you have to take action showing that new way of being, and the nervous system is going to relax, and then you're going to be able to quantum leap. When you are in the process of quantum leaping, your entire experience, physical experience, is going to try to bring you to your old identity. So when you are experiencing a quantum leap, it means that you are experiencing a shift in energy. Why? Because a quantum leap means that your energetic state is changing. You're going from one state to another one. And that means that you are receiving more energy. So in order for you to receive more energy, first, your nervous system, which is the human part of us, needs to be able to hold that amount of new energy. And what it's going to do, which is kind of the crazy thing, our nervous system loves us so much, it's going to try to pull us back to the old identity. And a lot of chaos is going to show up in your life. It's going to show up as resistance in your financials, in your relationships, even in your physical. You might manifest a flu like I did, or emotional, mental doubts. Did I do wrong? And all of the things. So yes, be ready, because the chaos comes before the leap. So instead of you reacting and collapsing, which is what most people do, when they see a lot of chaos in their experience, they collapse. So this is a sign that the quantum leap is activating. You just have to hold it long enough until you go and do the leap. But before the leap, there's always chaos going to show up in your experience. It's just a matter of how you react to that chaos. And I decided to, instead of seeing as something negative all of this chaos, I started to see it as a beautiful sign that I am in the process of quantum leaping. And very soon the energies are all going to reorder. This new identity shift that I am experiencing is going, if I hold it long enough, then the new reality is going to show up. You just have to hold it and do not collapse.
This is exactly why your nervous system won't let you quantum jump yet. Let's get into it. Right off the bat, your nervous system is still wired to survive and not receive. And you can't actually quite make that jump if your body still believes that you're in danger. See fam, when your nervous system is dysregulated, it keeps on looping back the same identity, beliefs, and safety patterns. So even if you're doing all the manifestation techniques, your subconscious mind is still running away from the trauma and fear from the past. And that within itself creates resistance within the quantum field. And that's exactly why you may feel in alignment one moment and then the next moment you start doubting, because of your nervous system, family. Once your nervous system feels safe shifting identities, that's when quantum jumping just happens naturally.
Right now, as you're watching this, your nervous system is processing 11 million bits of information per second, but you're only consciously aware of about 40 bits. Your brain is literally filtering reality, deciding what gets to exist in your conscious experience at this very moment. And here's the thing, you can actually change that filter. Your nervous system isn't just a biological computer. It is a quantum antenna, constantly tuning into different frequencies of reality. And the state of your nervous system determines which version of reality you experience. Let's start with what we know for sure. Okay. Your vagus nerve, the longest cranial nerve, is like the CEO of your autonomic nervous system. It connects your brain to your heart, lungs, digestive tract, and major organs. When it's functioning optimally, you're in what researchers call vagal tone, a state of parasympathetic dominance. But here's where it gets interesting, okay? Your heart actually has its own neural network called the heart brain with over 40,000 neurons. These neurons send more signals to your brain than they receive from it. Your heart is literally influencing your thoughts, emotions, and perceptions. Now, here's where neuroscience meets quantum physics. Your neurons communicate through electrical impulses. Basically, you're a walking electromagnetic field. Every thought, every emotion creates a specific frequency pattern. These patterns don't just stay in your brain. They literally radiate outward, interacting with the quantum field around you. Quantum physicists have actually discovered that consciousness appears to collapse wave functions, meaning your awareness literally creates reality at the quantum level. Your nervous system is the hardware. Consciousness is the software that runs the program of your life. Now, here's the problem. Most people are stuck in chronic sympathetic activation. This is fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. This isn't just stress, it's literally rewiring your neural pathways towards survival patterns. Your brain starts filtering reality through a lens of threat detection. So when your nervous system is dysregulated, you're not just feeling anxious, you're literally tuning into anxious frequencies of reality. Your electromagnetic field becomes very chaotic. Your heart rhythm becomes erratic and your brain waves become incoherent. You're broadcasting and receiving chaos. But when you regulate your nervous system, this is where the magic actually happens. Your heart rate rhythm becomes coherent, creating what researchers call psychophysiological coherence. Your brain waves end up synchronizing. Your electromagnetic field becomes ordered and expansive. In this state, you're not just calm, you're literally accessing higher order brain functions. Your prefrontal cortex comes online, giving you access to creativity, intuition, and expanded awareness. You shift from survival mode to creation mode. Now, here's the other part. When your nervous system is coherent, you're not just changing your internal state, you're changing how reality responds to you. Coherent electromagnetic fields can influence quantum systems. You become a walking possibility generator. Think about it. Every coincidence, every lucky break, every moment of perfect timing happens when you're in a coherent state. That's not luck, that's quantum mechanics. Your regulated nervous system is literally organizing reality around your highest possibilities. So the question isn't whether you can change your reality. Science has already proven you can. The question is, are you ready to master the quantum computer that is your nervous system? Are you ready to upgrade from unconscious reaction to conscious creation? This isn't just about feeling better, though you will, but this is about becoming the architect of your reality. Your nervous system holds the keys to your quantum potential.
My nervous system collapsed not so long ago after I suddenly received $50,000. And it collapsed because I didn't train my nervous system to hold that amount of power, I would say money, wealth in my experience. So instead of keeping it and holding it for longer, I invested it. And don't get me wrong, I think that investing in myself has been a beautiful decision, which I do not regret. But I also saw myself investing in things out of fear, out of missing out. I would say that most of my investments came from fear, and maybe one didn't come from fear. And the reason why this happened is because I put a lot of pressure in making that investment come back. So the return on the investment. And when that return on investment didn't show up as fast as I desired, I collapsed and I went back to scarcity, which is where I came from. And this is the work that I'm doing. This is me understanding deeper and deeper and deeper the science behind quantum leaping, because it's who we are. We can quantum leap at our command. It's just our humanness, our human emotions, our human patterns are bringing us back to comfort, because our nervous system, which is the human part in our bodies, it's used to survival mode, which is crazy how we have been conditioned since we are born to live in survival mode. So our nervous system is more comfortable at living by or at surviving than thriving. So it takes reconditioning, not just your mind, because that's where a lot of people from the manifestation world come. Is like all about the mindset, and it's not just about the mindset. You also have to recondition your nervous system, because you can make all the affirmations in the world, but if your nervous system is not able to hold that amount of energy or shift that you are desiring, then you're going to lose it or overuse it or overinvest it, just like I did.
So I just recently discovered why sometimes it's hard to manifest your desires, and it's not because you're doing the ritual or the manifestation technique the wrong way. It's because your nervous system is not regulated, and it makes complete sense because your vibration, your frequency is what determines what type of reality you'll be experiencing. So if your nervous system is out of whack, of course you're gonna attract low quality experiences. It only makes sense, right? So what you first need to do is regulate your nervous system, and there's different techniques to do it. One of my personal favorites is EFT tapping. I feel really good instantly, like as soon as I'm done doing it. Also grounding, putting your feet in the soil. You could do breath work, whatever works for you. Do that first, and then get into the manifestation technique, like the scripting, visualization, etc. And I realized that really helps me a lot, because you don't want to be at a low frequency when you're doing these manifestation techniques. That's what's contradicting and delaying the manifestation. So yeah, try this out and let me know how it goes. Good luck, guys. Peace.
I said here, this is your conception vessel, right? The one that runs all the way down here. Conception vessel. Menstrual issues, fertility issues, libido. Chest point, kidney meridian, bone joint issues, okay? Fear, anxiety, phobias, back pain, urinary pain. This is fatigue, like lack of stamina, okay? Did I say sexual and reproductive function? I'm not sure. Phobias also live here. Thymus gland. This isn't in the EFT sequence, but it's going to be in mine. This is your immunity, your immune system. Anxiety lives here too. Feelings of vulnerability. I can't talk this morning, okay? But y'all know what I'm saying. Whether it's overactive or shut down. Whether you are too vulnerable or not vulnerable at all. Tap here. Underarm point, spleen, meridian, okay? Immune system, digestive system, fatigue, metabolism, obsessive thoughts. Because overthinking, all right? And rumination. If you struggle with rumination, which is obsessive thoughts, tap here, both sides. This is the last point in the EFT sequence, crown point. It's the governing vessel. Again, tapping here, lack of clarity, mental fog, okay? It's your crown point. Cognitive functioning, all right? Headaches, migraines, lack of clarity, sleep disorders. I had a follower who couldn't sleep disorders. Tap here, okay? So this is supposed to be the end of the sequence. And you can do the sequence until you can feel your mood and everything change, okay? You can do the full sequence. Go to my other videos. I have like ones where we do the full thing. And you can do the full sequence for however long, and you can feel how uplifted you'll feel.
So when we experience things in life that are traumatic or high stress, our cells do record that, and it becomes part of your cellular memory. So it would be easy to be triggered or to instantly be snapped back to that feeling of high stress or trauma when you become triggered if your nervous system is not regulated. So what that is it's basically trauma and stress that's stored in the body. And there are ways to regulate your nervous system. You can do EFT tapping. It's just where you tap certain parts of your body, like she explained in the previous video. So if you do that for a couple of minutes in multiple different areas or the places you feel you need it the most, do that throughout the day. Do breath work. That is amazing. I did one that was called the Breath of Death and Resurrection. It is phenomenal. Like, it helps you to release a lot of that stored negative energy or stored trauma, that stress that just bounces around and ricochets in your body and manifests as pain, a lot of back pain, joint pain, things like that. Sometimes it's not medical reasons. Sometimes it is energy that is stored in your body, and your nervous system is literally the source for the vehicle, the vessel that it's driving, basically. So it is important to regulate your nervous system before you can move any further in your journey. And I hope this video has helped you to understand the importance of regulating your nervous system, and that it included some information that will help you if you needed this. I want to say thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye bye for now.